When you get triggered, this is a sign that you're waking up. And I feel it's really important to actually recognize that trigger and explore it a little bit more. And I'm bringing this up because I just got triggered. My son was getting ready for the skate park and he couldn't put on his socks and he was complaining about it. And I got triggered. I got so angry. I lost my cool after like 10 seconds. And I got triggered because my awareness back to my childhood when I mean, a family of 8 kids, we just had to do it. There was no question asked. My mother was always working. My father was hardly there. We just had to do it, no complaints. So we did get just told to just do it. And that's what I was used to. And I just do it. Even if I didn't want to. Okay. So I didn't have a chance to express myself, my anger, my annoyance. And it is actually really healthy to express yourself and let it fall through, move through. So when my son did that, I just got so angry at him that he silenced straight away and he just became good boy. And as we were walking, I realized that I silenced him because he was getting his strategy together, so he didn't have to get me angry, so he silences himself. And this holds back his self-expression. And that's what happened with me when I was younger. That's why I felt so hard for me to express online. And most of us, we have fear of judgment, fear of rejection. And when my dad used to get angry at my mother, we used to just silence ourselves, play good girl, good boy. I used to look after my brother and sister and try and keep them quiet so dad wouldn't fall off lose his temper and get angry at mum, and then it was all awful in the house. So in that sense, I was being a people pleaser, silencing myself, dimming my light, not shining my personality because I was trying to keep cool in the household. So this is awareness can lead you to this. And it's really important because this is the stuff that holds you back. And this is the stuff that I've been working through over the last 2 years to let that flow through me so it's not holding you back alive. And of course, yes, on the way to the park, I stopped my son and I said, hey, you're annoyed putting on your socks and getting pads, just really annoying. Sorry for getting angry and upset at you because it's okay to be annoyed and angry and it's okay. I'm sorry. So it's when you come to this awareness and you work through those triggers that you can transmute them. Okay? Because I'm sure all of you, somewhere in there, you've been silenced and you are like when you're a kid, we think like because our parents are huge authority figures, we see them as God because they really are. They are our survival mechanism. So if they're getting angry, somehow as children, we blame ourselves and we say, oh, I'm not good enough. Oh, I've got to be a good girl, good boy. So I'm going to do things around the house and mum and dad keep happy. But really, that's not the answer. It's actually not your problem. But as kids, we don't know how to work through these emotions. So we just blame it all on ourselves, try and impress them so we do good for them. But really, when it comes down to it, they've probably got their own trauma that they haven't dealt with, and they're just busy most of the time working. My mother worked so much that I didn't see her. She was just working. There's no time for them to parent. So when you get triggered, see that as a doorway to discovering and being aware of where this trigger comes from. Dig deeper because this is the stuff that can hold you back. So for me, that being silenced or I choosing to be silenced when my dad would get angry and I'd just be like, that held me back from a lot of things, from wanting to be a coach online. I'm only just starting to really share this now. But for a long time, that fear of judgment, but self-expression, not expressing all out because, when someone gets angry, I just silence myself and be all good and don't fully express. So when you're aware of that, you can just live life freer, not pass it on to your kids. So I hope that helped you. Love, light, and joy. Bye-bye.